have to start building our mold for our engine cover. So I've got all the products now. Obviously in the last video you've seen a glimpse of the diseased. It's actually really smooth, okay? It's not rough, it's all smooth, so we can make a nice mold off this engine cover. I put a nice big edge on it, so we have something to put our vacuum bag on when we do our infusion process with the carbon. So I've got lots to learn, okay, like data to read and stuff, and I just remembered, got a little bit to do before we can do that. So I might, well not might, we have to build a carbon fibre and fiberglass table. So I moved some stuff around. We're going to need a bigger workshop one day. I know, it's a mess. I've got to clean again, but not right now. So here's a bit of a mess too. I'm going to clean up this area, and I'm thinking about putting and building a carbon layup table right here. So we've got all our stuff. Here I got from Brazil gum tape, our flow net and stuff, our carbons in here wrapped up, all protected. Got our resin and stuff that is for infusion specifically. So I need to make a bench here, so I think that'll be a good spot. So yeah, I'm gonna start that now, build that, bought some alloy tube to hold all the products on, and that way it's nice and protected and off the ground, off tables, and because it is expensive. All right, because I'm a concreter and stuff, I've got some old formwork and it's LVL, it's pretty strong. So I've got some 150mm boards we're going to use for the frame. And I bought some melamine, that nice flat stuff. I might have to get some plastic sheeting so I don't cut through that, but it'll do for now. And yeah, we'll box it all up. And because the shed's so open up here, and the rain comes in and stuff, where the you'll see it, but once I build, and the carbon fiber will be on the rack here, and the flow net and the here we go again, peel ply and everything will be on these racks, so I can then pull it out onto the table and cut it to the length I want and stuff. So it's going to be exposed to the elements, so it's going to be like in a little cupboard sort of thing, like, and have a little roof, so it's going to look after the materials a bit. And I can even put some plastic over it too, like when I'm doing sanding and stuff, so it's all sealed in there, protected all, so it doesn't get contaminated. So anyway, I'll do a time lapse and we'll get this table and stuff built. Well, now all our product is up and gonna stay clean, hopefully. I was going to make like something to drape down over this to protect it, so maybe some plastic or something, or a sheet I can just fold over it, so when I'm working in here, because I mean, look at this place. Look at this. Okay, lucky they're not nice cars or anything. But yeah, so that's our flow net, and that's our peel ply, our 2x2 twill carbon, and our vacuum bagging plastic. So that's everything we need there on the rack, and all my measurements were good. I just guesstimated like we always do. Just quickly, don't look closely. All right, look closely. How good's that? Chippy. Should be a builder. Nah, but it's honestly, I just slap it together so we can get going, and it should be fine. Nice big workbench. So this is 1600 wide, because I got some 1500 carbon and peel ply and stuff. I just thought I'd go a little bit bigger instead of the meter. So obviously they didn't have the 1.5 in the flow net, but the meter will do. So yeah, and it is, I think I made it 2 meters long, so it's probably nearly 1800 by here that we do. So I think it should be big enough for the stuff that we are doing for now anyway, to lay and cut. I can do a little extension on here if I want, but I think that will do us just fine for now. Now it is time to finally get on to making this mold, our first mold. So that's what I want to do. It's going to take us a couple of days to do this. It's a bit of a process, so we have to do a gel coat and then let it tack, and then do our first 2 layers. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to do 2 layers in one, and then let them 2 cure for a day, and then sand it back down, because it's going to have some, I was told it's going to have like some wax in it and stuff, so sand it back down, then do another 2 layers of our fiberglass, and yeah, let it rest, and hopefully it'll come off. So we got heaps of mold release here. We got the wax, so we got a tin of this, and we'll do a few coats. I will read all the instructions and stuff. All our stuff's here, gel coats, pigment stuff and tape and measuring. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to read everything, go through it all, so we can do this properly, hopefully. Okay, fingers crossed for me. Special instructions: mix well before use. Where are the special instructions? First time making a mold. I think we did a good job with the gel coat. I did 2 thick layers of gel coat, so I'm happy with that. It's might be a couple of areas that might be thin, but 2 coats. Happy, it's thick, the gel coat. I'm confident with that, but my fiberglassing skills I need to tidy up on. I should have cut all the pieces, all the fiberglass smaller, so it would follow the contours better. So we definitely have some air pockets in here. I'm hoping that we can at least get two engine covers popped out of this, infused carbon ones. That way we got spares. My plan was to make 2 of everything of this car, but we're just gonna let this dry now, and I think we should suss out some parts that we can fit on, maybe these panels that Graham got us. So I think I might fit this one up. There's 4 bolts there. Make some brackets and things while all our resin and our mold's drying. Also the vents, we can put these on and see how it looks, start piecing this thing together. All right. You know what's cool about this too is, like, that saves us so much time is, oh, look at that. It's even got the inlet, so we can run that to fans or our brakes, brake ducting, all sorts. So that's cool. That's already on there. That's one side. Thanks so much, Graham. This is just, man, just bolt straight up. You are a true legend. All right, so trying to do this while holding the camera. These have little adjustments, so you can get that set to the right height and stuff. But for now, that will be okay. So, wow, look at that! Just by adding them, holy dooly, that's cool. So all these little tiny things, little honeycomb vents. Now I was thinking, this is our fuel inlet, so obviously fuel tank is going to be as low as possible. It's going to sit down there where the, I presume that's where the original fuel tank was, on that beam there. We might make another brace because it's a bit far apart there for a lightweight fuel tank. And also we'll build a shield underneath it as well, so like a skin to protect the fuel tank. This rear piece, that is plastic. Now I was thinking about doing carbon fiber, but this is already so light, so I think we might just leave that. And same with these vents, there's no point because they're so light. This I do have to make little mounts here to reach them. I actually thought that they went there, but obviously not. So I'll have to make some little alloy brackets for them, and then also a bracket to hold it down lower as well, something like that. And then I need a piece to fill in from this to the back of our engine cover that we're doing. It's going to be like a secondary carbon fiber piece here, so that can like come off and we can inspect in there for something if we need. We don't have to pull the whole cover off. Yeah, we just got to sort of figure out some stuff. Our big wing mount, so we may have to trim some of this to mount our big wing end plates. But yeah, so much time saved, so much time. You're probably going to hear me say thanks, Graham, like a gazillion times, but that's just because I appreciate it so much. So thanks again, Graham. You're a legend. Again, Graham, you're a legend. Alright, so I'm going to make some mounts and see if we can't attach that while we're letting for some stuff letting some stuff dry, and hopefully soon we can pluck that mold. Hopefully it's decent. I'm waiting for a vacuum pump, and then we can infuse some carbon fiber panels for the first time. So our first piece will be the engine cover. So hopefully it turns out epic. I just glued in some aluminium because the way this mounts, so I'm sitting it here to flex back straight because it's a bit warped, but there is a little recess, like you can see where, anyway, this has to be flush for it to bolt to the back here. So it needs to bolt to here. It's already got some rib nuts in there from factory. Them other two holes are up here and it's flush, then there's a gap, so we're gonna fill this piece in with some fiberglass in here and strengthen it up, so that'll stay in there, that'll stay glued in there, but then plus on the other side it'll be all reinforced. I'll burr it all up, and so it's nice and flush, and we can get some bolts in there nice with some nice big washers. So and then once it's on there accurately, then we can make our other brackets. It's just we've got to get this lined up first, obviously. So we'll make these mounts, get this on, we can fit that, tighten it where it needs to go, either side, and then yeah, then we can keep going with our mounts just to do it properly. So I'm really impatient, but I've got to be patient with this because I'll regret it. I probably should have filmed that to show how hectic that was to put this bloody pop off. Oh man, I've got some repairs to do, but that's actually not even on the part, so that line in there is. Oh man, that was about an hour of fighting that. Wow, we'll check it out in a second and catch my breath. I was gonna record, and then I was like, I'm so close. I was just in the zone there trying to get it out, but I had some aluminium wherever it was. Here, I had this here, and I was prying it up. You can see all my scratch marks, but I was like, as long as I can get it on a flat spot, I can tidy it up. But man, it actually come out pretty good considering. Well, it looks like we've got a fracture here from trying to pop it off. So we've got a fracture there, we'll have to repair from the other side. And a lot of shit where it's stuck and it didn't release from, so but that's all right. We can sand and polish this up and it will turn into a really good mold. So I'm pretty happy with that. I can sand all these edges, cut this nice and straight, and this will be a nice mold. I'm happy with that. If that's the worst of it, there is that fracture, we can fix that from the other side. And then also this we can sand up. That's not actually even part of it, it's mainly just where that line is. So yeah, cool. First mold done. That's my first ever mold, and it's not an easy one. It's actually really technical. A lot of shit going on, but at least everything was good. You can see where it just was sticking a bit, eh? So obviously that's why it was so hard to... I waxed it like 3 or 4 times and it still was quite tricky. So I mean, if the plug was painted, I think, and polished and whatnot, it would have been a bit better, but being like shitty paint and whatnot. But I'm super happy with that. Yeah, we can do something with this. This is the most like safety gear I've ever worn in my life in one time. Alright, just did a bit of sand, 120. We are doing some repairs. There was some air pockets and things, and just really want to clean up all the edges, and I'll sand all the fiberglass, make it all nice so we don't get any holes in our bagging and stuff. But it's looking really good. I'm really happy with it. for my first time, and I have learnt a lot, and air pockets are not good, so really got to make sure with the rest of the molds we don't have any air pockets behind our gel coat, because it pops through and that's not very good. We only had a couple on the mold itself. On the edges there was a lot, but actually on the mold itself, like on here, that's not part of the part, but obviously there might be a vacuum leak there, so we close it up. Just here there's a little bit there, and down in there was a little air pocket, but other than that, that was a little fracture, little break there, trying to pop it off. So yeah, just seal it back up, sand it, polish it, and yeah, and it'll be done. Hopefully, I was going to try and do 2 engine covers out of this one mold, because it's not the best mold, it's not going to last long, so I was going to make 2. So I'll make 2 out of this, and then yeah, hopefully, well, then I got a spare if something happens or stuff's up. So, and then just try and make all the other molds better, because and stronger, so we can pop a couple out of them as well. But that's where we're at. Let that cure now, and yeah, next video we will start doing some carbon fiber infusion. So thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.